everybody, welcome back to the Van Life, named after me, Brandon Bishop Van Life channel. And today I'm taking you to Van Masterclass, where I teach you a couple things that I've learned. Maybe you already know these things, but I've learned these things over the last 3 years of van life. I know it's like you earn a star every year. Like in my 4th year, I'll be a 4-star van life general. Or something like that. Anyhow, one of the main questions that your friend Brandon Bishop here gets is, I gotta sneeze. That's the thing. Oh, I have these awesome lights. Hang on. Oh yeah, this is happening. One of the main questions I get, Brandon, where do you sleep at night? Oh, Brandon in the big blue van. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? Well, I'm going to give you a whole lot of options. Okay? Cool. Cue the opening music. Living in a freaking van! Living in a freaking van! Yes, I am. Okay, I'm going to rapid fire here, people. I'm going to rapid fire these things at you because you don't have all day to listen to me blather, 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 and I don't have all day to blather, blather, blather. So we're going to get started right off the bat with the king of the overnight parking for your friend Brandon. It's Cracker Barrel. Number 1, Cracker freaking Barrel. I call it Hotel Cracker because it's funny in a lot of ways. So yeah, I pull into Hotel Cracker all the time. There are some that do not want you there and they will post signs. But if you drive around and you don't see the signs and you see other vans and RVs parked there, guess what? Free game. That is where you're sleeping at night. And it's usually, Cracker Barrel's kind of cool because there's usually like a bunch of trees around and it's a lit parking lot. They have trash cans. So yeah, it's a great option if you can get to a Cracker Barrel, if they have them in your area, which they have them in most areas, but not all. Get to the Cracker Barrel. Get to Hotel Cracker and catch yourself some Z's, people, because that's my favorite place to park. Drawbacks. Sometimes they're crowded with other RVs and vans. And they're often right next to a freeway. So you're going to get some traffic noise. But if you're like me, traffic noise isn't that bad. It kind of hums you to sleep. I have fans going. I have other fans going. I have TV going. I have all kinds of shit going on. So sometimes I get that little white noise machine that's like doing the waves or thunderstorms. Anyways, again, sidetracked. What do I have? HDHD, ACDC. So number 1 is Cracker Barrel. And number 2 is another popular one. I have a Planet Fitness membership, as you can tell. Oh, yeah. Watch out. Mwah. Had a lot of times when I'm on the road and there's no Cracker Barrel available and there's no anywhere else available and you're kind of running out of time and you're falling asleep and that big purple and yellow light is just shining because a lot of them are 24/7. Even if they're not, you can usually, depends on who their neighbors are, park at a Planet Fitness or any other kind of 24-hour gym or any gym really in general. So be stealthy with it and don't make a mess, okay? We'll get to that later. Number 3, this is one I don't really talk about very often. Car dealerships. I have only done that a couple times when I couldn't find any other place. But most car dealerships are kind of, you have free reign a little bit to kind of drive around on their lots. And there's usually nobody there, especially on on a Saturday night at around 8 p.m. The car dealership is going to close and they're not open on Sundays in most areas. So you can park there on a Saturday night all the way to a freaking Monday morning if you don't get caught. Be stealthy about it. What does that mean? That means don't put out a slide and don't, put up a whole freaking lawn ornaments with gnomes and motorbikes and all these things. Don't do that. Don't set up a picnic table and a grill. What are you, dumb? Don't do that stuff at a car dealership. If you want to do that, go out into the woods, go out into the forest, go out to Quartzsite, go out to one of these places where you can do that, have free reign of your realm around your van or your RV or whatever. Don't do that at a car dealership. But if you need a quick night's sleep, Even honestly, any day of the week, you can get it at a car dealership, and most of the time, nobody's going to bother you. Number 4, I have an app called Harvest Hosts. Why am I having trouble saying that? Because it's freezing in this van right now. Harvest Hosts, and it's really cool. Honestly, it's like $100 a year, I think. But if you really cut that down into months, it's like $8 a month. It's not that bad. Did I do that math right? Who knows? It's not that bad, and it's worth it because as soon as you get on Harvest Host, you can just look up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of places around the country and beyond. You give them a heads up. Sometimes they want you to buy stuff. It's free to park there most of the time. I parked at a place called the Boxcar Brew Works in somewhere Pennsylvania, Dubois, Pennsylvania, or they called it Du Bois. Du Bois, Pennsylvania. No, it's Dubois. I woke up, there was like these giant dinosaurs and stuff everywhere. There was goats, and it was awesome. All I did was go in there and buy a meal, which I wanted anyway. So simple as that. There's breweries, there's like churches, there's farms, there's wineries, there's all kinds of stuff. Harvest Toast, well freaking worth it thus far. And they don't have places everywhere, but they have places just about. Next, kind of a smart ass answer, friend's house. Now, I know a lot of full-timers out there. You don't want to stay in one place, but I'm lucky enough with a Sci TV where I film TV shows in every corner of the country, which means I have very good friends in every corner of the country, or business associates, or businesses that I work with. But I have a lot of friends that I'm just blessed to be able to park. If I'm in New York City, I'm staying with Eddie from New York Ham. If I'm in Phoenix, I'm staying with my friend Brian or my friend Hillary. Or if I'm in LA, I got a lot of options out there. If I'm in Florida, I got a lot of options down there. So if I'm in Washington, I'm with Garrett. You don't know these people. You should, but you don't know these people. Anyway, yeah, call a friend. Like seriously, like if you're heading into wherever and you happen to know somebody on the way or somebody in that town, give them a call. Can I plug into your house for a night or a month? 9 out of 10 times they're going to say no. I'm kidding. They'll probably say yeah. Here's another one people don't really talk about and people don't really do, but in every single city, every single town, there's a hospital. A lot of them have emergency rooms, which are open 24/7, obviously. So there's a reason for people to be in their parking lot. It's going to be noisy at times when those sirens go off. Actually, I don't think they actually put the sirens on all the way to the hospital. That's kind of when they're just driving. But there's people coming and going. There's doors slamming, all kinds of stuff like that. And you're probably not supposed to be there sleeping overnight. Again, don't set up camp. Don't make a big mess. Don't make a big to-do about it. Just park and sleep. But hospitals, I've hit a couple of different hospitals around the country, and it's been wonderful. I was nervous the first time I did it, and it was in Boise, Idaho. I didn't have a place to park. I'm like, I saw the hospital, it was a big hospital. Parked there, got some of the best sleep I ever had in the van. So that was a good option. Oh, Heavenly Father. I'm sorry, I don't know that stuff. But I have slept at a lot of churches. Not Church's Chicken. I would have. I love Church's Chicken. It's fried, greasy, hot, breaded chicken. Of course I love Church's Chicken. But that's not the churches I'm talking about. I'm talking about those churches. I don't really go inside of them, and that's, whatever. But they're wonderful when you need a place to sleep because there's usually nobody there at night. But if you go there on a Saturday night and you wake up, it's going to be busy and there's going to be people looking in your window going, who the hell is that? And, but it's like I said, when you're in a pinch, there's a church pretty much on every street corner, they're just there. Here's another one that people don't honestly think about. It's busy, it's very noisy, it's well lit, it's secure, there's pros and cons, but let's talk about the airport. There's an airport in every major city, there's airports in every little city. You can go there, and if you don't want to spend money on an RV space or whatever it is, you can go to the airport, pay $5-10, park your, this isn't for like a huge RV or like you're pulling a towable or something. No. Talking about a van like this. You can get in there, and they may have height restrictions. I don't know, but Usually they have a big open lot as well as a garage. Don't go in the garage. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the big open lot, the cheap one. It's usually like $5 to $8 a night or whatever it is. Way cheaper than an RV park. Of course, there's no plugins, there's no bathrooms, there's anything like that. But again, if you want a safe, secure spot, go to the airport. If you fit, give them your $8 and then you can get yourself a nice, safe night's sleep. Here's another smart ass answer. In most states, you are allowed to park overnight on the side of the road. I remember looking for a spot in Los Angeles, and I was desperately tired again from driving all damn night, and I could not find anything. And sometimes it's a good idea to call the police department, of which I did. I said, hey, I'm a van guy. I'm sleeping in the van tonight. I'm exhausted. I don't want to drive anymore. Where can I park that's safe? Where can I park that's legal? And where can I park and sleep? And they said, just pull over on the side of the road. Now, finding a spot on the side of the road at night in Los Angeles, not always the easiest thing. And I'm talking about city streets. I'm talking about, not city streets, but I'm talking about like residential streets, like right in the middle of all the houses and everything. You're allowed legally to park. If they don't like it, the people in the houses, which I kind of don't blame them, because some van people are assholes, not you. That guy definitely, but not you. Yeah, again, don't make a mess and be stealthy. Be quiet. Just pull over and go to sleep. If they give you shit, you can leave if you want to, or you can fight the good fight and say, look, I'm allowed to be here. It's legal. I called the police. They said it was cool. So go away. I was in Tacoma, Washington, and I did a little research, and then I found out that I can actually park at a Home Depot parking lot. A lot of the big box stores. I'll knock a few of them off here. Home Depot. Bass Pro Shops is another one. Lowe's is another one. Sometimes they're going to post little square signs that say, no overnight parking allowed. And that sucks, especially when you're exhausted and you're just looking for a place to take a nap. Now, when the store is open, what can they do? You know what I mean? If you're driving in the daytime and you're tired because you drove all night, pull over, catch yourself a nap. They have huge parking lots. And this goes for Costco and Sam's and all these different places. You can, if they got a huge parking lot, you can park there in the day. When they close, they all have security roaming the parking lots. But a lot of times, Home Depot, Lowe's, Bass Pro Shops, Cabanas, what is it? Cabela's. And I'll even knock this off the list too. Walmart. I'll save Walmart for next. But a lot of those big box stores, I'm just going to say Home Depot as an example, will let you park overnight. It's a good idea to call the general manager of the store and say, look, I'm tired. Can I park in your lot tonight? They always said yes to me every single time. I had a lot of security problem at Home Depot in Tacoma. And the guy is like banging and banging. I said, dude, what, you going to break my freaking window, you idiot? And he's like, oh, you can't park here. I said, dude, I remember his name was Chris, the general manager inside. He said I could park here overnight. You got a problem, go talk to him. Never heard from him again until they changed shifts. Then the next security guy, boom, 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 boom. Like, dude, now let's get to the elephant. Walmart. 9 out of 10 times, I'll say 8 out of 10 times, you're going to be allowed to park overnight at Walmart. They're 24/7. Be stealthy. Don't make a mess. Don't make a big scene. Don't make a lot of noise. Just shut up and go to sleep. Cook your meal, whatever. Go to sleep. Wake up in the morning, leave, unless you just love hanging out at Walmart every day. That's your favorite thing. You're one of those Walmart people, aren't you? You love Walmart. You love Walmart. Every day you're in there having a Subway sandwich or McDonald's, whatever restaurant they have in there. You wake up, you have a coffee at Walmart. Then you do a sub sandwich at Walmart. Then you do some shopping. You fill your little fridge, and then you go back to Walmart just to walk around, get some exercise, get your steps in at Walmart. You found your love of your life at Walmart, didn't you? That's right. Your beautiful wife that you share that van with. Yeah, that's right. You met her at Walmart. She was a checkout girl, wasn't she? I don't like staying at Walmart. Noisy. Cars slamming, people thumping their bass music because that's just what they do at Walmart. It's well lit, it's secure. Sometimes you will get people giving you the knock. I never had it at Walmart, but I've seen it done. It's just noisy and constant, and it's hard to sleep. But when you're in a pinch and you need to get some Z's, Walmart's the one. Let's talk about construction sites. Some of the best sleep I've ever had, whether it has been in this van or my minivan, has been in uncompleted buildings, construction sites where you see the frame of a building and there's no windows, no doors. You see all the fences up, a little sign saying coming soon. It's going to be a Smoothie King or something, or a Chick-fil-A. It's going to be here, but it's not there yet. And that gives you, dare I say, free reign. Yes, somebody owns that land and they could tell you to leave, but it's never happened. I've probably slept in construction sites 10 times, and every single time it's dark, it's nice, it's quiet, nobody bothers you. And is it safe? I don't know. It depends on the day of the week, how the planets are aligned, the city you're in. Nothing is safe, people. Okay, you could be in your home on the couch, and a helicopter could crash through the window and slice all you up with their big blades. RV parks. Yes, they're expensive as shit. You might as well get a hotel at that point for $10, $20 more. I don't understand it. You go there, yeah, you plug in, yeah, you can use water, you can whatever, blah, 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 blah. Some of them have internet. Yes, that's all very nice. I'm thinking maybe $35 a night would be top end to spend at an RV park. I don't know why some of these people are charging over $100. I know maybe it's location, maybe you're desperate. When people know you're desperate to find something, they're going to price you highly, and we're dumb enough to keep buying it. That goes with anything. That's groceries, gas, anything. As soon as we stop buying it, they're going to lower the prices. Okay, simple as that. It's supply and demand. I get it. It still sucks. But RV parks, if you need to fill your batteries, if you need to fill your water, if you just want to have a safe location that's well lit and whatever, spend the money. I've never done it, but I know they're out there. I know a lot of people who live at RV parks. I don't know how they afford it, but they're there if you need them. Another obvious one, truck stops. I hate parking at truck stops. They're too busy, they're too loud. Semi trucks are basically why there are truck stops, so they have free reign over everything. And they suck, and they're loud, and their generators are loud, and they're all night. That constant low humming frequency drives me nuts. Not to mention all the people coming and going. It's just once in a while out in the middle of nowhere, you'll find one of these truck stops that have like a lot of land around it. Those are okay. I slept at Iowa 80 a couple times, and in Walcott, Iowa, and the largest truck stop in the world. And I don't think I slept at all. It was just so freaking loud. And that's the only drawback. Another one that we can talk about, when you're on the freeway and you see rest stop ahead. Yes, they're great to stop, take a leak. They got little vending machines, whatever it is. But you may not know that you're allowed to sleep overnight at those things. All of the ones that I know of, you're allowed to stay overnight at rest stops. So pull over, park in one of their little spots. Again, empty your trash, empty your bladder, grab a snack, whatever. There's usually little parks you can walk around and chill out and all that stuff. I've only done it once, and it was a decent experience. So I can't really complain about anything. And are they safe? No safer or less safe than any other place. So rest stops are a go. Give it a shot. And like I said, all the amenities are there. So if you're tired, you're on the freeway, you see the sign, pull over, go to sleep. Local parks. I've parked on the side of a local park so many times that I really can't count. I think my favorite one was just on the side of the park in the center square of Salem, Massachusetts. That big, beautiful park they got in the middle. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. Just parked right on the side next to the gate. It was great. Nobody bothered me. I slept there for 3 nights in a row. Wonderful. I parked at a local park in Portland, Oregon, next to the Witch's Castle. Looked that up. It's an old restroom that moss grew over it and graffiti's all over it, and they call it the Witch's Castle. It's a great hike in the morning. It was a great hike at night. That was awesome. There's been so many different side of the road parks. In Casey, Illinois, one time, they got a park there in the middle. Parked there overnight and then woke up covered in snow. That was great. Camping World. I have parked at many, many camping worlds. My favorite one is in Vegas, which is now closed. I guess it's not my favorite one anymore. There's also a good one in Colorado Springs. Uh, they're kind of, usually they're not in the middle of town, but they're kind of out in, just on the outskirts of town. Usually they're in industrial areas, which is also good. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Camping World, usually if you talk to the people in the building and say, hey, can I park in your lot? I will say 7 out of 10 times they're going to let you. If they're closed and you park, worst thing they can do is wake up in the morning and tell you to leave. Okay, cool. I got my sleep. Cool. Whatever, man. I'm going to make some coffee and then I'll leave. See you later. But Camping World's always been really cool. I think General RV is the same. Lazy Days, all these different RV places will normally let you park overnight and catch some sleep. 24-hour restaurants, Denny's, IHOP, McDonald's, White Castle. I don't eat out much anymore. I don't know who's open that late. But sometimes, if they're 24 hours, you're hungry at night, stop, grab a bite, park in the parking lot, and no one's going to bother you. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I've never been bothered in a fast food or restaurant parking lot. I've slept in a couple IHOPs. Like I said, Cracker Barrel is my favorite place to play, but they close at night. But the 24-hour ones, there's constant traffic coming in and out. They're going to be in heavy traffic areas, so you're going to hear traffic, door slamming, horns, music, people. That's just, what you got to deal with. But if you're exhausted, you're not going to complain too much. Here's a weird one. Storage units. I'm not saying to go hop a fence like Dukes of Hazzard style with your van over the fence and then park next to all the storage units themselves, but a lot of them have parking lots. I've stayed at an Extra Space Storage. Don't even remember where it was, but I remember the green doors. I stayed out there. They had a little parking lot right next to the office, and I got there like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was out by 6. And I had no problems. So storage units, if you just happen to be driving one, buy one. There's better options. But if you happen to be driving by one and you see a storage unit and you go, oh, okay. Park. Auto repair shops. What is at an auto repair shop? A bunch of cars, a bunch of vans, a bunch of trucks, a bunch of everything just parked right there. Will the owners of the auto repair shop know that there's somebody in their lot? They may have cameras, they may whatever. Probably. There's a chance they'll come by and tell you to leave, call the cops or something. Who knows? I stayed at a couple auto repair shops. One, I knew the person. The other one, I didn't. No problems. I just kind of blend in. Just don't make a scene, Don't light a fire bucket or something. Don't put your hands over it. Oh, yeah. This is a great spot. No, don't do that. Just stay in your vehicle. Go to sleep. If you get the knock, you get the knock. You know what I mean? You get up and you leave. The knock is not as bad as people. I see all these videos. Oh, I got the knock. Okay, you get up and you move. I've gotten a knock about 5 times in all over the country. First time was actually in Boise again. I parked in a hotel parking lot and they told me to leave. I parked at a Bass Pro Shop Cracker Barrel parking lot, which was also the Silverthorne in Vegas. That guy was an asshole, told me to leave. The Home Depot guy told me to leave. There's trying to think of the other ones, can't remember them. So they weren't that important. They're not that scary. Don't worry about the knock. BLM land. No, that's not Black Lives Matter. It's Bureau of Land Management. If you are on BLM land, I don't know, really, there are ways to figure out if you're on BLM land or if you're looking for BLM land, how to find it. It's everywhere out west. Not so much on the east, but BLM land's everywhere. So you can park there willy-nilly all you want. No one's going to give you any crap unless they're warning you about something like a fire or a rabid bear or something looking for you. BLM land. Look it up. Find it. I think there's an app for BLM land, and get the app, whatever it is. I don't really know how to do it. I just park. I don't really go too crazy with anything. I just go, oh, that's a nice spot, and park. If I get bothered again, I get bothered. Who cares? But BLM land's a good thing because you're allowed to be there legally. There's no amenities, or you're on your own. You could be out in the middle of nowhere, but that's what some of us want. Industrial areas. I love industrial areas, like closed office buildings and little manufacturing buildings, because they usually close around 6, 7 at the latest, and you can get there at 9 and Sleep all you want. Again, don't make a mess. Don't make a scene. Don't brighten up all the Edison lights on the outside and put your awning out. Don't do that. Save that for the BLM land. The industrial land, you park, you go to sleep. Simple as that. And yeah, I'm a big fan. I've slept in 1,412,806 industrial areas, and I've never had a problem once. Not once. In Colorado Springs at Kilroy's Workshop, who's a dear close friend of mine, Ron Hardman, I always park out there. I parked in his lot for a month once, and it was great. Sometimes you get noise. There's an airport that goes over his place. It's a little annoying, but it's an industrial area, people. It's not an RV park, okay? What are you going to do? Complain to the manager of the industrial area? No, you're not. Abandoned buildings. I like abandoned buildings because sometimes you get to go and explore, do a little urban decay exploration. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of a cool dance. Am I doing a TikTok right now? Is that what TikTok? I don't have TikTok, but I see people doing dumb shit like this. And then it says like TikTok down here somewhere. But yeah, abandoned buildings. Again, you're going to think I'm crazy because they're probably not the safest thing in the world. They're probably not in the best part of town. But again, there's no rules. So protect yourself, protect your property, and you'll be fine, I guess. Don't listen to me. I don't want someone to park at an abandoned building, get robbed, mugged, and stabbed, and wet willied, and then they're gonna come to me and go, "You told me that." No. I'm just saying, this is all at your own risk, people. You know that. As soon as you move into a van, as soon as you leave the parking lot, and you say, I'm going to van life, or I'm going to live in my RV, or I'm going to go on a weekend vacation of sorts, that's on you. That's on you. So don't get mad at me if you get mugged at an abandoned building, okay? Not my fault, people. Here's 4 in a row. Laundromat, car wash, coffee shop, and a brewery. You'll find a lot of the breweries and coffee shops on Harvest Toast. They do not sponsor me, but I do like them. Laundromats. Some of them are 24/7. Look for those. Sometimes they're in a strip mall, whatever, but you can park at a laundromat if it's 24/7. Coffee shops. I love coffee shops, but even at night, if you get the knock, hey, I'm waiting for the coffee shop to open. Yeah, it's not open for another 7 hours. I know, I need coffee. Car washes, yes. I have parked at a car wash before. It was a stormy, like hailing night in Colorado, and I parked inside of the car wash. And I was only going to stay there for a minute just to get out of the hail, but I actually pulled in with the minivan, and then I ended up saying, screw this, I'm just going to go to sleep. Woke up in the morning to some guy spraying his stuff, and nobody said anything to me. I didn't even have window covers on at that point. I just fell asleep, and it was great. Just woke up and went, oh, okay. Okay, just about every city, every state at least, has a fairgrounds. And a lot of times they do not lock their parking lots. I stayed at one in Pueblo, Colorado. I stayed at one somewhere in Minnesota, I think. And I stayed in one in Florida. And there was just this huge parking lot. A lot of stadiums have this too, where they don't actually lock off the parking lot. Most of them do. But I'm talking like smaller stadiums, like for, arena football or something. Yeah, the big stadiums, the NFL stadiums are going to be locked. Don't even try that. But fairgrounds and things like that, and big stadiums and just big, empty, huge parking lots. There was actually a stadium that closed down. Where the hell was that? I think that may have been in Tacoma as well. It was just an empty stadium. Like there was nothing going on there. I think they used it for like flea markets once in a while. Great night's sleep. Nobody bothered me. Again, safety may be concerned, but just take care of yourself. Okay, I am a veteran of the United States Army, so I get free national park passes for everything, I guess. I have never really used much of them, but I know I get into them a lot for free, but I've never slept overnight in a national park. I'm not really that guy. I'm more of an urban van life guy. I'm more of a side of the street, city, maybe a park. I don't want to go off-roading. This van's not ready for that. It may never be. Maybe the next van will be like an off-road adventure van, not this one. This is an old Amazon van, okay? Trust me. Yeah, not for me. Anyway, but there are parks that you can go there, and you can either pay or be a veteran like me. Go join the military for a couple years, get that little V or whatever P on your license, and they'll let you in for free. And that's something I want to do more of this year. I'll be going west a lot this year, so I want to explore a little more of the national parks. And I think that is high on my list of things to accomplish this year in this van. But again, I'm not going to be, climbing mountains with this thing. Are you kidding me? This is a house. It's more of a house than a van. One of my favorite places to park are farms. Yeah. We filmed a segment for Best Day Ever with Gigi in Indianapolis at the Wild Blackberry Farm. And I tell you what, he told me the night before, you can park here and stay overnight if you want to. I wish I would have, because that place was beautiful, beautiful and quiet and safe. And there's delicious blackberries as far as the eye can see. I've been to a couple farms. The Cranberry Museum is a big cranberry farm up in somewhere in Washington. I think it was Long Beach, Washington, or something like that. Amazing night's sleep. I wish I could have stayed there for a week. It was so much fun. And I fell in love with cranberries again. And I still have cranberries in my DNA because I ate so many cranberries. Same with the blackberries. Yes, I'm a big fan of such things. And waking up and just seeing this land and this productive land and food and just, I loved it. Okay, every city has a community center. It's just this big building with a basketball court, a bunch of offices, place for your mom to have a Tupperware party or craft party. I don't know what they do at community centers. I just know that they exist. I've slept in a couple parking lots. I have been told to leave one of them. They're like, do you live around here? I'm like, no, dude, I'm just trying to get some sleep. Like, yeah, you can't be here. That was my fault for parking early. They are patrolled, probably with security and maybe even the police. So you're taking a risk. But again, if you're at your last breath of awokenness, what am I trying to say? If you're tired, you're going to pull over, and it's safer to do that and just catch an hour before they kick you out and then move down the street or something. It's weird that they let you park on the side of the street, but you can't park at the community center. And finally, the last one I'm going to give you, there are more, but the last one I'm going to give you because it's freaking cold. My toes are cold. My hands are cold. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm going to give you a couple tips as well after this, but hotels. I've had very bad luck sleeping in a van at a hotel. I have in Chicago before. That was good. I've had 50-50 luck. I've been told to leave a couple times just parking in a hotel. Actually, only twice, but whatever. You're taking a chance. Again, if you're very stealthy, if you have like a minivan or something, you're going to be fine. Don't make a mess. Don't make any noise. Don't brighten up the room. Just sleep and leave in the morning. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple rules. I'm going to give you this many rules, 12 rules of what to do and what not to do when you're parking at any of the places I just listed. Number one, simplest thing I can say, don't make a mess. Okay, don't drop your freaking trash. I've seen it so many times. I've seen people in the act of it where I actually went over there and goes, here, I'll pick this up for you, asshole, and threw it away right in front of them. I wanted to throw it at them. Don't make a mess in the parking lots. Don't make a mess in nature. Just don't be a freaking idiot slob, okay? Rule number two, park late, leave early, okay? If this is not some place that you're paying for or have permission to be at for an extended amount of time, park late, usually after they're closed. Leave early before they open. Simple as that. Number three, do not set up camp. I've said this many times throughout this video. Do not make yourself at home because it's not your home. Don't set up patio furniture. Don't set up a giant umbrella. Don't put your awning out. Don't put your slides out unless you're allowed to. Just don't do it. Don't do a fire pit. Don't put up a grill. Don't put up Edison lights. Don't be that person, okay? Don't put down a red carpet for you because it's not your premiere, people. It's not your show. It's a Cracker Barrel, okay? People are there for country music, nice little knickknacks in the gift shop, and some scrambled eggs. Next, when you go to a Cracker Barrel, when you go to any space, and you have a van like this, or a smaller, or bigger, or an RV, if you can, back in to the parking space. If you have a parking space, back in, okay? This is why. Because when you back in, you can hop into your vehicle, start it up, drive straight out. You don't have to back out. You don't have to do anything. A, it's easier in the morning. And B, it's just a safety thing, okay? You want to be able to get the hell out of anywhere that you're in as fast as you can. Sure, you may be blocked in or whatever, but it's still going to be easier to push that son of a bitch out of your way with your van or your truck or whatever you got than it is if you have to back out, okay? back in so you can leave out that way. That way. I'm going to say this by just giving the first letter of the first word. And the first letter of the first word is F. And I think you know the rest of that word. And the following words are the rest of the sentence. F your generators, people. I understand you need power. I need power so I can have my iPhone, and I need to plug in my TV. And guess what? I got all that stuff too, and I don't have to start up a generator that's going to keep everybody within a quarter mile wide awake because you need power. Charge your batteries ahead of time, people. You got the alternator there, you got solar, whatever. Don't start cranking up your freaking generator when you're surrounded by other RVs because that makes you an asshole. Now that I'm angry, let's talk about other things that make me angry. Guess what? This is a vehicle. You can tell on the outside that somebody might be in this vehicle. Sometimes I have that window open, those windows open. Guess what? When you're smoking, I don't care what you're smoking, cigarettes, weed, your little... If you need the crutch of being a smoker, first of all, I feel bad for you. Quit it! Stop smoking! It's disgusting. It stinks. It makes your lungs terrible. It makes your whole body terrible. It makes your clothes smell bad. Everybody hates you. Anyway, yeah, don't smoke around other people's vehicles, okay? Smokers are the biggest assholes in the world. We all know that. You don't realize how far that stuff goes. You don't care how you smell. It just stinks like shit. Weed smells like a skunk's asshole. Like, what are you, why? Why do you, I'll never understand because I'm not a smoker. So thank goodness for that. It drives me crazy when I'm laying here in bed going, oh yeah, what a nice comfy night. Oh yes, this is very nice, very nice. And then a waft of cigarette smoke comes barreling through my freaking fan. Okay, this one should be a no-brainer, but there's a lot of people out there without a brain. Don't park too close to other people. If you're pulling into a Cracker Barrel or any of these places I listed and you're looking around, there's other people already parked there. Don't get this close to them. Don't get this close to them. Go somewhere else. It's going to be good for you and that person. I can't tell you how many times I've been parked at night and I wake up to some grumbling engine and I'm just like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And you look out and the whole parking lot's basically half empty, but they just wanted to park this close to you. And I'm like, are you freaking... I'd look out the window. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Go over there. I've said it many times. Like, go over there, asshole. I was in a Bass Pro Shops parking lot in Colorado Springs, and there was this asshole truck. This guy in a truck. I'll never forget this guy. A blue truck, a little like a Ford Ranger or something like that. And first of all, he was doing something I'm going to mention next. But he just literally parked 2 spaces away from me at a Bass Pro Shop parking lot at night where there's nobody there. You're talking about 100 football field size parking lot, and he parked 2 spaces away from me. And the other thing that he was doing, which I'm begging you to never do in any residential area, please stop this. Okay, please, I'm begging you. I know I'm the old man. Get off my lawn. I get it. Stop thumping your shitty music. I don't care if it's my favorite song. Normally it's that bass-driven boom, 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 garbage. It's not even considered music. I've been a musician my whole life. I know what music is, people. That's not it. It's push-button, downloaded bullshit with mumbling over it, and I hate it. Okay, I'm an old man. Whatever. I don't care. But when you're trying to sleep at night, whether you're in a house, in a van, in an RV, or in a tent, if somebody's thumping music, we all hate you. Okay, here's a real simple one. I've said it many times. If you can, if you think you have to, get permission, okay? Just get permission. Call up the general manager. Call the police. Call anybody. I'm looking for a place to park. Can I park in your parking lot? I won't make a mess, I promise. Get permission. If there's nobody to ask, then you can't get permission. Duh. If there's signs up that say you can park here, like at a Cracker Barrel, I don't go into Cracker Barrel and ask permission. I know I can be there. But if you don't know you can be there, if you're not sure, and you think there's a way to get a hold of somebody, get permission. It's so much better on your mind, and it's so much better. It's just a peace of mind. That's basically it is. And it's just better for those businesses as well, because they know there's somebody in their lot. A lot of them are like, yeah, by all means. I love when people park in my... I was at the world's largest candy store in Jordan, Minnesota. And they were like, yeah, I love it when people park here. I know there's people watching a store. Kind of makes sense. Free security. Same with Kilroy's in Colorado Springs. He's like, hell, I got a security guard overnight. This is awesome. Another thing I've said 100 times, don't show off. Okay, I know a lot of van lifers like to talk about their vans, and by all means, come on in. Look at me. I got this. Look at this. I got this. I got a secret compartment here. Look at this. I got a TV. I got a... It doesn't matter if you're talking to a 90-year-old woman. They're all going to register all these things that you have. A lot of times you're not talking to a 98-year-old woman. Not that there's anything wrong with a 98-year-old woman. She could literally kick your ass and take all your stuff. But a lot of times you're not talking to that person, and they're going to register all this stuff. They may see this pillow and they're like, oh man, oh. And that person could be a total piece of shit. And they'll be back. Whether you're in the van or not, they will be back. There's a good chance of it. And they're going to take your pillows. A lot of these places that I've talked about are businesses. All the places that you'll find on Harvest Toast, again, sponsor me. Harvest Toast will, they will be businesses. They're farms, they're breweries, there's wineries, there's things like that. And some of them are churches looking for donations. Support the business, okay? Go in there. If it's a restaurant, buy something to eat. If it's a brewery, go have a beer. If it's a coffee shop, grab some coffee. It's a gym, go work out. If it's a Cracker Barrel, have some scrambled eggs. And God, I love those freaking hash brown casseroles. Oh, they're like this cheese. Oh, it's so freaking good. I want one like now, but I'm on that, new diet thing. Trying, people. Love those things. But support the business, okay? And last but not least, people, this is the most important thing in all aspects of life, not just van life, not just parking overnight. Don't be an asshole. Simple as that. But when you're parking any of these businesses and you're an asshole, you ruin it for the rest of us. Don't make a mess. Just go down this list of to-dos and not to-dos. When you go to that list, down that list of places to park, okay? Don't make a mess. Don't make noises. Don't set up camp. Take your trash with you, okay? Don't be an asshole. Don't be loud. Don't smoke. Don't park too close. You heard the list. All of that could be wrapped up in one. I could have just said this one. Damn it, don't be an asshole. I just realized how my hair looks. I've had this hat on all day. Okay, I'm going to go get warmed up. Hope you enjoyed this list. Hope you learned something. And I will see you in a couple days. Go to the link tree in the description. That's where you can buy all my stuff. I run a television network, people. It's called ASY TV. It's called Asy TV. It's spelled ASY TV. ASYTV.com is where you can watch all of the TV shows that I film and produce, as well as a bunch of movies and all kinds of fun traveling stuff and van stuff, and you're gonna love it. Subscribe to this channel. Like it if you like it. Don't if you don't. I don't care. I just want you to have a good day. Okay? So enjoy your 2025. I will be taking this thing all around the country for months and months and months this year, and I can't freaking wait. And when I'm on the road, I know where I'm parking. Damn it. Oh. Okay. See you in a couple days. Living in a freaking van! Living in a freaking van!